أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم Surah Al-Asr. There are 3 verses in it. The order in this Qur'an is 103, early Makki Surah, Revelation 13. Only 1 paragraph, 1 ruku in it. Surah means chapter of the Qur'an revealed before Hijrah, Makkiyah. And Asr mean time. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this surah, He swear by Asr. Okay? And Asr has 3 famous meanings. One is the most common meaning is time in general, like every time. The second meaning is time of the Prophet, like the time in which our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was alive. And the third meaning is Asr means that prayer Asr, the time of the Asr prayer. These are the 3 famous explanations. Okay? But the most common one is what one? General, every time, zamana, every time. Allah swear by time. So this is qasam. Okay, then Jawab Qasam. The whole surah is Jawab Qasam. That this statement is so confirmed that Allah is swearing on all this, Innal insana, until the end. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this surah, Imam Shafeeq rahimahullah say, if Allah will not have revealed the whole Qur'an, just this one surah, so this was enough for the guidance of the mankind. And the Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ, when they used to see one another, they will say, Assalamu alaikum. Before they release the hand of each other, they will quickly recite Surah Al-Asr to each other. Wal-Asr inna al-insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu. This surah they will remind each other. Because this is like the headline. This is the summary of the whole Islam and the whole deen is in this surah. Okay? So that is why it is so important. Wal-Asri, I swear by the time. I swear by the time. Wal asri. So why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if it means time, why Allah pick time? Why is it so important that Allah pick it to choose it, that Allah is swearing on it? Because the ulama say that human being, insan, he is contained in 2 things. One is the zarf makan, and one is zarf zaman. Okay? You are in space and time. So this is your wealth. So the makan is mustaqar. Makan, it is constant. Like for example, you are not losing your makan, your location, steadily. Location is constant. And zaman is fluent. Like a person who is the businessman, he's selling ice, right? So if the ice seller, he don't sell on time, so what will happen? He will lose the ice. So in the same way, the makan is not that much important, but the man is a liquid, a fluid thing, okay, fluid. That, like suppose, I give you my personal experience. I teach memorizing the Qur'an to somebody. Okay? So memorizing the Qur'an, you need your mind to be very fresh. You should have slept. You should not be upset. You should be emotionally, physically sound and stable, then you memorize good. Okay, so what you do normally? Like for example, you give 2 hours a day to memorizing. You missed that today. Then tomorrow you say, if I want to memorize 4 hours, you cannot. Why? Because your stamina is only how much? 2 hours. Your brain becomes saturated and you become tired. So that is why if you say whatever I missed today, I will make up for it tomorrow. So again you are the loser. Because the one that you are making up that time was supposed to be for something else. And you are utilizing it and making up. Right? So you are in loss. If you don't make good use of your time, you will be loser all the time. That is why time is very important. Time. आप समझ गए ना मेरी बात? Time. Alhamdulillah, I have so many bad things, but one thing good is that I'm very particular about the time. I hardly ever waste any time. When I am driving, like this Hamad Hassan and this, they memorized almost half of their Quran while we were traveling. Okay, in the aeroplane we memorized. Okay, we went for Umrah in Mataf, we were waiting for Salat, we were memorizing. We go for Janaza, and then there is 10 minutes in Janaza, we go to the side, we are memorizing. Why will we lose our time, waste our time? Right? All the time. Okay? Do not waste your time here and there. Abundant time in the internet. They say internet. Enter in the net of the shaitan. Right? Enter in the net. You want to enter the net? Enter net. So that is why we lose so much, we waste so much time. We will be very regretful after that. So that is why the tremendous importance of the time that you are loser. You say, I will make up for it. You are not making up for it. You can never make up for a time that you wasted. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala picked the asar, the time, okay? Because you are ta'amir and takhrib. You are building and you are ruining. Your construction and destruction is what? It depends on the use of the time. That's the way you use your time. Right? So wal asr. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make an announcement and he say, Inna indeed al-insan. The insan, the jins insan, lafi khusr. Okay, he is in loss. Okay, al-insan. Okay? Okay, so now look here. You paying attention? Okay, so look here. I brought alif lam. Okay, alif lam. So look, like for example, I say kitabun, a book. If I say al-kitabu, which means the book. Okay? So if I tell you, give me a book, so what do you mean? You will grab any book and give it to me. If I tell you, give me the book, it means the same book that we were talking about last night, or the book that I give you to hold it for me. So a book and the book. So for the book, what you bring? You bring alif lam, which means one particular. There might be 1 billion books on the face of the earth. So you exclude all the other and you can find only to one. Okay? So this is the function of what? Alif lam. Because you brought what? Alif lam on it. Al-kitabu, al-masjidu. Okay, so remember this thing. This alif lam, which exclude all the other possibilities and converge your attention only on one, this alif lam in Arabic is called ahdi. What is the name of this alif lam? Ahdi. Ahdi, okay? You converge specifically ahdi. Then this alif lam, look, on occasion if I make the same meaning of alif lam, you will be mad at me. Like for example, look, I say hamdun. Hamdun mean what? A praise. Right? Like a book. And if I say alhamdu, it means what? The praise. Okay? So alhamdu means it can be any book, any praise. And alhamdu only one praise. So you say alhamdu only one praise for Allah. All the other praises are not for Allah. You understand what I'm saying? So what that mean? That in alhamdu, alif lam is what? It's not ahdi. The alif lam in alhamdu is what? It is not ahdi. So what is the name of this alif lam? This alif lam is called istighraqi. Istighraq means everything drowned in it. Gharq, like inclusive. Okay? Not a single hamad is out of this alif lam. All the hamad that exist belong to Allah. So this alif lam is called what? Bolo. Istighraqi. Istighraqi means inclusive. Not a single one is out of the scope. Right? Okay. Now, if I tell you that man is stronger than the woman. No, okay, normally, this is what the case is. Physically, man is stronger. Right? The man. So if I say in Arabic I will say what? Ar-rajulu aqwa min al-mar'ati. So look, ar-rajulu. Okay? If I say ahdi, only one man, so this is not correct. If I say ar-rajulu istighraqi, all the men are stronger, this is not correct because there are women. That one finger of that woman, the whole body, we cannot compete with her. Gymnastic and here and there, they are so strong. So all the men are not stronger than the women because some women are stronger than the men. So we need this alif lam is called what? Jinsi. Jinsi means that normally the species of the man is stronger than the woman, but if there are some exception, yes, I agree with you. Ab samajh gaye meri baat. So this third alif lam is which one? Which one? Bolo. Jinsi. Huh? You know what bolo mean? Bolo. Bolo means say. So why you don't say? When I say bolo, why you quiet? Okay. Say three kinds of alif lam that I put. It's right here. Here. Ahdi. The second one? Istighraqi. And the third one? Jinsi. Right? Okay. Now, which alif lam is this one now? وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. Okay. Can it be ahdi? Bolo. Only one insan is in loss. Only one. This is no good. If I say all the human beings, istighraqi, no good, because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is not in loss. Ibrahim ﷺ is not in loss. So which alif lam is this one? Jinsi. That normally the species of the mankind is what? Normally for the most part they are what? In loss. If there are some very good human beings, they are exception. I agree with you because this alif lam is which one? Jinsi. That the jins means species. The kind. Okay? So this is what the meaning. Innal insana, the kind of the human being, the jins of the human being, normally they are what? In loss. Everybody is going toward Jahannam, which is no good. Why will you make yourself the fuel of the fire? Okay, that fire, that is much, much more hotter than the fire of this world. The color is black, and there is no bottom for it if somebody throw you in it. And Allah says in the Qur'an again and again that save yourself, save yourself. And you are day and night engaged in those kind of amal which are taking you close to Jahannam. You are in a big loss. All right? Okay, wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah.